Hey YouTube, for my first official video, I decided I wanted to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart and it just really meant a lot to me while growing up. Batman. That's right, Batman. Now, I know we all think he's awesome, so we'll just skip that part. But anyway, what I mainly wanted to talk about, out of everything that you could discuss about Batman, is specifically the new movie, The Dark Knight Rises by Christopher Nolan. It's the last one of his epic trilogy. And so, I just wanted to give you my thoughts and opinions on that, because I've got a lot of them. Alright, so, let's just get something clear here. It's obvious that The Dark Knight and Batman Begins are some of the best Batman movies of all time. I mean, we can't forget the 60s Batman with Adam West because, let's face it, that's epic and classic, and Adam West is awesome, and, I named my Mustang after it, so... But anyways, I mean, yeah, that's epic, but in a completely different way. I mean, the 60s Batman was this cartoony, silly, funny movie, whereas, the ones in the 90s, per se, were a bit more serious, but, they still had that comedic element of just silliness, come on, Jim Carrey and, that kind of thing. So now we have the Christopher Nolan trilogy, which, is really realistic and dark and really good. He did a great job setting up the world of Batman, don't get me wrong, but I mean, there are a few things I have, a few concerns I have, let's say, about the new movie. Okay, let me back up. Before I move on to The Dark Knight Rises, let me back up a little bit. Okay, in Batman Begins, we've got the main bad guy characters of Scarecrow and Ra's al Ghul, which, let's face it, were both done really well. I mean, Liam Neeson is one of the best actors ever. Hello, have you seen Taken? Anyway, and Cillian Murphy surprised everybody and was like, hey, I'm an awesome bad guy. At least it surprised me. I just don't picture him as a bad guy, but, I get disagreed with that all the time. Anyway, so they did a really good job in those characters. And it was kind of cool to see Scarecrow, which, he has been around since the 40s, but not a whole lot of people know about him as a villain. So he was really cool to see. And Ra's al Ghul has also been a very integral part of Batman's universe, but once again, people didn't really know about him, I mean, as far as the general public who don't read the comics. Okay, now to move on, okay, The Dark Knight. It was okay. I mean, it was good. And don't get me wrong, I'm not cheapening Heath Ledger's performance in any way, but if you have read any of the comics whatsoever, you will know that he was not actually anything like the Joker. The Joker is a maniac, I mean, in the truest sense of the word. He wasn't this, as Heath Ledger puts it in the movie, he wasn't an agent of chaos. He was truly maniacal. He thought it was seriously funny. He honestly believed he was being humorous when he slaughtered people in graphic, terrible ways. I'm going to try to say this without seething with the rage I feel over it, because Two-Face, alright, one of the biggest Batman villains of all time, and he's in the movie as Two-Face for like 5 minutes. Really? And then you kill him? What? I mean, are you serious? Okay, and, let's back up beyond that. He also didn't become Two-Face by getting fire on his face. No, he was in court, and someone splashed him with acid. Anyway, I digress. Like I said, I don't want to cheapen Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker, but it was, as a Batman comic reader, I was really disappointed in the way the character was portrayed, because it's nothing like the character in the comics. And I mean, yes, I understand that the DC universe and the Batman universe varies throughout all of the comics, and it depends on the writer, the story, everything. But the thing that has stayed the same is that the Joker's character is that constant, maniacal, plotting, not this spontaneous freak. So let's fast forward to July of next year with The Dark Knight Rises. Alright, let me just give you an overview of this plot, okay, and the main villain. terrorist leader Bane comes to... Wait a minute. Terrorist leader? Since when is Bane a terrorist leader? And why does Bane get his own movie? Especially when Two-Face got like 5 minutes of a movie! Okay, dude, seriously, Bane is cool and all, but not cool enough for his own movie to be the main villain in a Batman movie. Are you serious? And some of you might go, oh, Catwoman is in it too, she's a villain. No, she's not. I can guarantee you she's in there because she's going to be Batman's love interest since his fakey love interest, Rachel, got killed off, thank goodness. She, completely ruined the plot of the movie anyway, but yeah, that's another video. I mean, seriously? It's Bane. Have you ever heard of Bane? Because I know a lot of people haven't. I mean, I know who he is because I read the comic books, but let's face it, the general public is not even going to know who Bane is because he's not one of the main villains. I mean, that's just common sense. I mean, yeah, okay, it's cool that, he's trying to integrate characters and villains into these movies that don't really get used a lot. Because, everybody knows who the Riddler, Penguin, Two-Face, everybody knows who they are. That's fine, I understand that. But he's not even being true to the characters that he is bringing out. Which brings me to my next point. Let's discuss the fact that not only is Bane the only villain in this movie, but let's discuss the fact that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in this movie and not playing the Riddler. Dude, are you for real? Like, what? I don't know about you guys, but the Riddler is my favorite villain, so I was kind of a little bit pissed off to find out that he's not going to be in these trilogies that Christopher Nolan has put so much time and work and years into, and he's not even going to be in them. Oh, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a cop. Yeah. A cop. Mm-hmm. Right. And, let me back up a minute. Catwoman. Okay. This character, as we all know, is always portrayed as this sexy seductress, temptress. That's how she gets in with the bad guys because she's, all like sexy and ooh la la, look at me. Anne Hathaway. Really? The chick from the Princess Diaries? Uh-huh. Now I understand that we all had our doubts about Heath Ledger being the Joker, but at least he has been in more movies than, like playing the same character. I understand Anne Hathaway tried to do that whole thing where she took her top off in some movie to prove that she wasn't just a good girl. Did it work for her? No. No. Did she get any more popular with roles that weren't just the girl next door? No. She didn't. So, beyond all that, my mind is blown, quite honestly, from his casting choices. But, hey, okay. Let's have faith in him. Because, after all, like I said, nobody thought that Heath Ledger was going to be a good Joker. And let's face it, that was honestly the best acting job of his life. The best acting job we had ever seen in a long time anyway. I mean, and like I said, even though he wasn't true to the character in the comic book universe, he was still amazing as the character that Christopher Nolan had set up. So basically, to wrap this up, I just want to say that, I do have some faith in Christopher Nolan because he has given us such awesome movies as, the first two Batmans and then Inception, some other movies, I bet. Yeah. So anyways, I have enough faith in him to still go to the midnight premiere of this movie. It's just, I'm not really hopeful because all I'm seeing is that there is a fake trailer going around the internet. Now, in this fake trailer that, I was very excited to see, Robin Williams plays Hugo Strange. Dude, that would have been amazing for Hugo Strange to be in these movies. but it's a fake trailer. It's very disappointing. Don't even look it up because it's way better than the trailer that they have right now for the actual movie, and you're just going to be disappointed if you watch it. To wrap up, I'm excited to see it. I'll be at the midnight premiere, but I don't understand how it's going to be a good movie. If you got a different opinion, let me know. And, I'd like to thank everybody that subscribed to me from my last video. Even those mostly my friends. That doesn't matter. It's totally the thought that counts. So, hey, that's cool. This is a process. It'll happen. So, yeah, that's it for me today. Tune in next time. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Or Steph channel. Or something. Yeah. Okay, bye!